Hello and welcome. The sun's shining. It's amazing. This late in the year. I say that. It's the first week in October. We're only a week or two away from first snows. Anyway, I thought I was done with this. So, let me... So this is the birch that we cut up from the churchyard. And there was two big birch in the churchyard, but the second one, that needed special permission in order to be taken down. Well, yesterday, out of the blue, whilst I was working on the van over there, a man from the church turned up. He says we've got permission to cut down the second one. Now, I thought the last one was big. This is a bit ugly, but look what I can see in the middle. Now, the reason they took it down is somebody tapped on this and they could hear it was rotten inside. Plus, it was too close to the church and too big. Interesting. So, this was on top of that pile over there. I don't know if he's interested or not. So, I've just put this on here. I want to cut this up and put it on top of that. So just when you think you're done with birch and you're trying to get on, look at what's inside that. It's going to be interesting. It's big and it's ugly, and I don't know how it's going to cut. And it's too heavy for me to manually turn over. In fact, it looks like I probably... Now I've put that on there, I should probably take it back off and get the chainsaw on it. Yeah, these are going to be a problem, running on the saw here. It's a bit... Right, well, I'm a bit ahead of myself here then, not for the first time. So what we do is we'll go and get the chainsaw, add that off, clean it up, put it back on, and then see what it cuts like. Now then, update on the X-Force bar and chain, X-cut chain. I haven't sharpened it yet. It's done a lot. It's due for its first sharpen. Always an interesting time when you first sharpen a chain. You get to understand how hard the metal is, and it needs a proper sharpen. It don't just need a touch up. And I can see I've actually touched something. In fact, looks like I've touched a couple of things that have not done it much good. So before I sharpen it, I need to take these bulbs off of here. And how many hours has it done? Well, probably done it 10-11 hours on this chain so far without a sharpen, and I can see some of the points are missing, so something else inside one of these. It's easy to hit. Let's see what it does. No, 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 no. Okay, so let me show you what you can see from outside and then what it relates to inside. So if we go to the bottom, it might make more sense. So this is the bottom where he's cut it off. Right, I couldn't cut this one, it was an insurance job. And ignoring that, which is the chainsaw mark, I don't know why that's in there, you can see a crack right all the way to the outside. And on the outside, you can see this. So this tree, being it's in the Arctic, I'm going to estimate somewhere between 180 and 240 years old. But it's got this. Right. I don't know if you can hear that. Where's my axe? You can actually hear that inside, but it's hollow. When you tap this, you can hear something's not right. When you come further up to the top, obviously the crack continues all the way up. Now this is where you can see the real damage inside. That crack runs all the way to the centre where it's rotten and mouldy inside, and then it started to the other side. So unfortunately, given its age, it had quite a limited lifespan. What's it got left in it? I don't know, 30, 40 years. But it was right next to the church, and I mean right next to the church, and overhanging all the gravestones. So they made a decision to take it out, and based on that now, I'd say that's the right decision. Now what we've got to do is we're going to take this ugly top off, and then we're going to turn the whole thing around and slice it this way, so eventually we cut that nastiness out. Because if we cut it this way, our boards are going to be compromised. So we'll take this ugly top off, and then we'll spin it, and we'll have to stop somewhere. But I expect before we hit the rot, the colours in here are going to be quite spectacular. So that's the plan. For some of you, this is not going to be so exciting, but it's coming. Look at that. So the reason it's quite exciting for me is you're surrounded by pine, fir and birch. There's no redwoods, maples, cedars, anything like this here. So when you find a nice bit of birch with some colour that you can do something with, it's exciting. Right. I'm hoping it's not too bad, but I can save this next slab. It's nice on this side, there's just a little. So that's what I'm after. That's exactly what I'm after. Now I can feel something went right in there. It was too easy. There we go. Not good. This is bad fungus. I shouldn't really be breathing this in. This won't do you any good at all. I can smell it. Jesus Christ. Bad. Okay, well, the man that made the call on this tree, he was only a young man as well. Well, compared to me. He won't appreciate that. There you go. Now there weren't much visual evidence of this from outside by the way the leaves and everything else, except that big open bit on the tree, which of course was here, but that's what you got inside. I don't know how much of this board I can save. But anyway, we'll see. I think I might have to retract what I said about the expected lifespan of this tree. So I said this tree may have gone another 40, 50 years. No, this tree was ready. So just for the sake of the man that made the decision to cut it down, that's a 60mm slab, and he was right. He was absolutely right. That was an accident waiting to happen. Interestingly enough, we see the rot moves further down the further we get through the tree, so it's not very good. I'm not going to get as much out of this as I thought, but we can see the rot. This is the bottom that was cut, and there was no evidence of this at the bottom from outside, and it's saturated. Now when he cut it, it just squirted water, just poured out of here. Yeah. Oh well, we got another 2 cuts to make out of this, and then we'll see what we've got. That's what we've got so far. Some of that's good, and some of it's not good.
convinced that the way I called the tree and the way that I cut it, I was right, because the second half is not as good as the first half. And it's nice, but the first slabs we cut weren't the prime slabs.
Right, that's the bottom section there. The first two slabs were perfect. Second one's got this little bit of rot at the bottom. Third and fourth one are rotted completely. Uninteresting but a good slab, uninteresting but a good slab. So from the side there, looks great. But we know there's some rot inside there. So that was the bottom section from the church, and the middle and top sections, because of where it was, they bucked up in situ and brought down in a carriage because it was so close to the church. So we don't get to cut that up, but we do have firewood. So this is the rest of that tree, and shame really, because the middle section, I'd have got some good boards out of that. Anyway, so that's basically the rest of the tree there. And then before we did that, in the last video bar one, I'm not quite sure where we are, but we were skinning these. So that's the stack I've done so far. So there's 20 there. These are from last year. And now for the rest of the day, we're going to be getting on and doing this, because one of the first things that's going to happen is we're going to lose water, because the temperatures are due to drop, and once they start dropping, they'll drop quite rapidly. So yeah, that's it. So that's what we're doing for the rest of the day. So it was just a short one. I say a short one, it isn't. I've got 2 hours 45 minutes recording time. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content. And thanks for watching.